Hello, this is Dr. Sonja, and welcome to Dr. Sonja TV. Emotional intelligence, how it can make or break your business. You know, one of the biggest things that I know I get asked often is about how do you do all of this? And when I say all of this, being a wife, being a mother, being a business owner, people are relying on you, the responsibilities that you have. And I'll be honest, it was not a thought years ago when I first got started. It wasn't a thought. It was just something you just don't think about. You're thinking about, how can I get my business off and running? How can I launch my business? How can I scale? But should be one of the most discussed topics that should be out there right now. And I really want to talk about it today. It is emotional intelligence, how to handle the pressure. There are going to be pressures on you when you begin to build this business. So can we talk about it? Can this be real talk, whether it goes viral or not? This is for the person, the entrepreneur, the business owner, the company owner that has the weight of the world on your back, and you still yet want to serve other people to their next level. But you're dealing with your own life. Life is lifing, as we call it. And when life starts to life, watch out. Be very cognizant of what happens next. So let's kind of break this down. You've started your business. You're at a particular place and space where maybe you want to scale it, or maybe you're already at 6 figures or more, and life begins to life. Maybe it's the children that you have. Something takes place and you have to focus on them, or he or her, of what they have going on. Because I know, especially for the women that are listening to the sound of my voice, and daddies will get to you as well, it's heartfelt. It pulls at your heartstrings. But emotional intelligence is the key of really focusing on what needs to happen next. So your kids are pulling on you. They need this, they're going to college, maybe something happened, they go to jail, or whatever the case may be, and you're in business. And if you're not cognizant and careful about it, you will stop your entire movement because of your children. Now, what kind of business would you have, especially small business? And it depends on you showing up, and you showing up at the highest level. Most of the people that I know, not most, some that I know, when that happens, business stops. Let's imagine that you're married and your spouse decides that they don't want to be married anymore, or you're having some relational challenges and you're going through that process. Life is lifing yet again. But you're trying to focus on your business. You got responsibilities of clients and customers that you have to serve, and you're yet behind closed doors. You're trying to deal with your life and still show up for the people that you say and you want to serve. Well, maybe it is just friends and family that are just stressing you out, and they're pulling on you because maybe you're the breadwinner, or you've always been the breadwinner, but you're really wanting to create boundaries. Emotional intelligence is the key, and it can make or break you. So if I can share with you a couple of things that you can begin to do right now to increase your emotional intelligence to new heights, new levels. And so I wouldn't say that you're going to be fireproof, but at least you get the opportunity to know that it is happening when life happens. Emotional intelligence can make or break you. Emotional intelligence is where you are able to handle pressure regardless of what it comes, whether there's a death, there's a sickness, there's disappointment, there's despair, there's heartache and pain or trauma. Being able to take a step back and ask these questions. What part of what's happening right now can I control? That I can control, because I got to share this with you. You can't control other people and what they do and how they feel and how they react and how they respond. You can only control you. And so as you go through this process and you're wanting to increase your emotional intelligence, really say, handling the pressures of life. Taking a step back, 1, what can you control? 2, how much of it do you take on when it doesn't even belong to you? More people have more pressure and stress based on other people than they have for themselves. Your kids, your spouse, the people at work, whatever the case may be. Emotional intelligence is key. I know, if I can just say for me, I remember going through that. And still to this day, as I build my company and take things to new heights, I feel the pressures of life. whether it's with my kids and 2 weddings that I'm preparing for, or whether it's, helping my husband stand up his company in real estate, or it's helping my clients do a thing, or helping my nephew or my cousins or my sons or whatever do their thing in business. It's a lot. I'm not going to sit here and tell you when life is lifing that it is not a pull on me. But one of the biggest things that I've learned how to do is 1, take a step back. How much of that can I control? Number 2, where do I need to include and insert boundaries? Because when life is lifing, there is probably one thing, not probably, I know there's one thing that needs to take place, and there are boundaries. Because sometimes the stress and the emotional distress is because of other people and what they've done, not just because of what we've done, and we can't control them. So we have to look at that. Emotional intelligence can make or break your business. So much so, if you do not get a handle on it now, whether you're just launching your business or you're another level, your business will not grow. And as they say, how you do everything is how you do anything. And if you're not learning how to handle the pressures of life when you grow your business, it will be short-lived. And we don't want that. We don't come into a business and say, as soon as distress happens, I'm going to quit. We're not saying that. We're saying, hey, I'm about to do this thing, and you got to know with the greatest intentions come the greatest distractions. As soon as you make a decision to do a thing, the distractions are coming. They're going to come, and they're really going to try your emotional intelligence, and it's called pressure. And so now really thinking about the pressures of life, they're coming. And if you're in business, whether you're starting a coaching business or real estate business or your spa business or whatever, you have got to really think about it now. Don't wait, because it's not if it happens. It's like riding a motorcycle. It is not if you have an accident, it's just when. Do you fall off that bike, scratch up your knee, your elbow, or whatever the case may be? Again, it's not an if, it's when. It is not an if you're going to have some things that are going to challenge your emotional intelligence. It's just when it happens. Will you be ready for it? And if you don't prepare for it now, and I say this with a smile because I know this is such a heavy topic, if you don't prepare for it now, you will find yourself over in a corner somewhere sucking your thumb, frustrated, or somewhere running through your house screaming with your hair on fire and just as angry, and you're all pale and red because you're so frustrated at what is happening in your life. And so if I would give you any advice today, if you really want to take your business, if you're a business owner, you're an entrepreneur, a thought leader, you're a company owner, if you really want your business to grow and glow, you have to start now bulletproofing your emotional intelligence. It's going to be the key. It is not how many more strategies or skills that you need to obtain. It's not how many more licenses and programs and degrees you need to obtain. It is how do you deal with emotional intelligence and really putting it into a place where things come, but just like water on a raincoat, it just rolls right off of you. This is Dr. Sonja, and thank you for listening to The Wisdom Vault, and I'll see you next time.